right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Pattern change. One more chilly morning before warmer weather returns for the weekend, but will it stay dry?
Plus tonight, Manchester United to be decided. The countdown to voters deciding the fate of thousands of residents. And our top story tonight, out of Ladue in St. Louis County.
People walking their dogs, very warm, loving, beautiful community.
But that safety bubble burst today. Police releasing the first images of men shooting at a driver while they tried to steal their car. Tonight, police are still looking for the group of men wanted in that attempted carjacking. Thank you for being with us. Good evening. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. This all happened around 4 outside a home on Ladue Ridge Road. That's right off I-64 and McKnight. Robert Townsend has been on the story all day. He joined us now live from the Ladue Police Department with the latest on all this. Robert.
Hey there, Mike. You know, tonight people in that area are relieved their neighborhood is now back to normal. The bold crime stunned so many people who live there. It's not the typical scenario that plays out in Ladue. Armed police officers blocking off the entrance to a subdivision for hours. It's after Ladue police went to the St. Louis County neighborhood after receiving a report of shots fired.
Completely shocked because this neighborhood is amazingly safe, beautiful community. So to hear of something like that is very concerning.
Just after 4 this afternoon, Ladue police say they received 911 calls from neighbors who reported seeing several men in black ski masks shooting out of a dark gray minivan near a cul-de-sac on Ladue Ridge Road. Police later released this photo of at least 2 of the suspects running after they say the man shot at a driver during an attempted carjacking.
No idea and complete shock, yes.
This mom, one of many neighbors who came home and had to verify that they live in the upscale subdivision before police allowed them to get to their homes. She asked us to not show her face.
We love our community and we love our kiddos who walk these streets every day, so I hope everyone's safe.
Again, police say no one was hurt and there's no ongoing threat to the neighborhood. Meantime, police are still looking for the suspected carjackers and this charcoal gray minivan they say they took off in. Investigators say the van's rear window may be covered with cardboard or a brown towel. Police are looking for at least 3 men, and they're asking anyone with any information to call the Ladue Police Department. We're live in Ladue. Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
A cold November night in St. Louis, but unlike the last few nights, not everyone is going to dip below freezing overnight. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell joins us now with that weather first forecast.
You know, we started out this morning in a few cases down into the teens, but we also saw a few clouds drifting in early this morning. Glorious sunrise. This was shared by Stephen up at Chain of Rocks, and you could see how pretty that sunrise was with those clouds. But those clouds kept our temperatures 2 or 3 degrees warmer than we otherwise would have been if we had stayed clear and completely calm. Now, some areas were still in the teens, others in the 20s. We ended up officially at Lambert at 27 degrees, so just missing tying the record low for the day. Right now, we're still in the 30s to around 40 in most spots, but the colder areas are starting to settle back into the upper 20s. And we think that's where a few places will end up tonight, but not the drop like the last couple of nights because we have a light southerly breeze overnight. It's still cold early tomorrow morning, make no mistake, with temperatures starting out in the 20s and lower 30s, but then milder weather is back in here for the weekend. The question will be, does it come with any rain? We're going to look at those chances in a few minutes, Ann.
Thanks, Scott. The city of Manchester could grow by thousands next week. On Tuesday, voters who live in Manchester and parts of St. Louis County will decide whether to push the boundaries with an annexation proposal on the ballot. New tonight, our Brent Solomon talks to both sides on the issue.
Manchester, a city of 18,000 people, could soon grow by an extra 6,500.
New residents coming in bring new ideas, new energy, and that's all good for us.
The city's 4-year campaign to annex this portion of unincorporated St. Louis County will head to voters in less than a week. Mayor Mike Clement admits people who live in the annexation area could see property taxes jump by some $25 to $30.
The savings come in trash. We pay, Manchester, we pay $6 a month for trash. They pay anywhere from $18 to probably $30 a month. City pays streetlight cost. We bring in new streets.
Residents are really going to see it and feel it when they go to purchase new vehicles, new watercraft, new RVs, because the way that the state of Missouri deals with sales tax for new vehicles, it is collected for where you live, not where you purchase the item. These additional taxes do not come with a host of services from the city of Manchester that are better in quality.
The county's planning director says smaller towns, including Manchester, contract with the county to deliver many services. He says they do that for good reason.
By our economy of scales, by our larger size, we're able to provide better services, more specialized services at lower costs than smaller entities such as municipalities frequently can. What this would also mean is that the loss of county police for those residents of unincorporated St. Louis County.
Mayor Clement says the city's police force is ready to hire a dozen new officers if the measure passes.
That makes us a better city, and there are efficiencies that happen when we become larger.
Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
Manchester will hold an open house on this issue tomorrow from 4 until 7 at the Justice Center. Another will happen Saturday morning, all before that vote next Tuesday.
Just a couple of hours ago, St. Louis leaders met to discuss how to address homelessness in the city. Tonight, the Housing, Urban Development and Zoning Committee of the Board of Aldermen held a hearing on the Unhoused Bill of Rights. Under the bill, the city must select a location for a safe camping area, complete with toilets, showers, electricity, and running water. There's also a push to make it easier for shelters to open without gathering public support.
The constituents are saying they don't want these shelters in their neighborhood. I don't think we should remove that power from the people. I think by doing that, it's an overreach.
Homelessness is a poverty choice. And it is a poverty choice that the city of St. Louis is making right now actively.
Supporters say the bill is designed to protect the dignity, safety, and equal rights of the homeless population, but some aldermen are concerned it could create more issues. Tonight, St. Louis police are searching for the driver who hit a man crossing the street in front of Crown Candy.
That incident has the owner of that North St. Louis business pushing for safer streets. 5 on your side's Laura Barczewski talked with the people fighting for change. Laura.
Mike Nan, the owner of Crown Candy, says the disregard for stop signs in front of his store has only gotten worse over the last few years, and now he's even more concerned for people's safety.
St. Louis police say around 5 o'clock Tuesday, a 71-year-old man was crossing the street at 14th and St. Louis when a dark-colored car sped through the crosswalk, and it was all caught on Crown Candy Kitchen's cameras.
He was coming across the street, and a lady in a car apparently just decided she wasn't going to stop. And I don't know if the sun was in her eyes. I don't know if she wasn't paying attention, but she just pretty much hit him and knocked him down, and then she backed up and she drove by and said, "I'm sorry," and kept right on going.
Crown Candy Kitchen owner Andy Karantsev says he watches people blow through the four-way stop daily.
All the time. I mean, somebody just blew through the stop sign right now as I'm talking to you. It's a daily occurrence, and I don't know what to say. How do we fix this? You know, the police can't be here 24/7.
And this problem is not unique to his neighborhood. It's happening all over the city of St. Louis. Ward 14 Alderman Rasheen Aldridge says a bill has been approved, but not yet signed by the mayor to put speed humps near this four-way stop.
I've got word from the city streets department that these speed humps in that area will be installed in the spring, but hopefully with those speed humps that we can get to some type of solution to try to slow people down in that area and various parts of the 14th Ward as well.
While he's hopeful these traffic calming measures will help, Karantsev wants drivers to do the right thing so this doesn't happen to anyone else.
He's lucky to be alive. I mean, you know, thankfully, you know, it wasn't as bad as it looks, but he still went to the hospital. He's still going to have to go see a doctor about his knee.
If you have any information about what happened or recognize that car, you're asked to call St. Louis Police or Crime Stoppers to remain anonymous, 1-866-371-TIPS.
A busy night at the U.S. Capitol, where some members of Congress faced consequences. Republican George Santos of New York survived a vote to expel him from the House. Santos has pleaded not guilty to 23 federal charges, including wire fraud and identity theft. He also faces a House Ethics Committee investigation. And with bipartisan support, the House also voted tonight to table an effort to censure Democrat Representative Rashida Tlaib of Michigan. The Palestinian American has come under fire for her rhetoric against Israel.
And new criticism tonight for one of Tlaib's closest allies here in Missouri. Local leaders are calling on Congresswoman Cori Bush to apologize to the Jewish community in St. Louis. This after she accused Israel of, quote, ethnic cleansing against Palestinians in Gaza. They sent her a letter saying her words are insensitive, incorrect, and fanning the flames of anti-Semitism. They call it a lack of decency and disregard for history.
We ourselves were the result of the largest ethnic cleansing in history, and the state that they live in was based on the need for a safe place to live, is not just triggering, it's also just patently untrue.
Congresswoman Bush responded in a statement saying she has repeatedly denounced the horrific attacks by Hamas. She says, quote, while their characterizations within this letter they are unfair and simply untrue, we recognize that our Jewish neighbors are justifiably feeling frightened.
Steele Estate. Tonight, the billion-dollar verdict in Missouri going after realtor commissions and the ripple effect on the housing market landscape. It's more than just books. Tonight, we're revealing a plot twist at the St. Louis Library.
There's something for everyone at the library.
The free items and services to help you make ends meet.
From near record cold to a pleasant November weekend. Why it looks like a good weekend for leaf peeping or leaf raking.